The Tripartite of Yaldabaoth. In the Sethian traditions of early Gnostic thought, Yaldabaoth stands as the archon of the material realm, a blind, arrogant, and ignorant ruler. His influence extends not just over the physical world, but over the very patterns of human thought and culture. In the Apocryphon of John, we learn that Yaldabaoth bears three distinct names, each reflecting a key aspect of his flawed nature: Yaldabaoth, Sakla, and Samael. These names reveal the tripartite character of this false ruler and how his influence seeps into the material and human condition. Yaldabaoth, son of chaos, ego. The first name, Yaldabaoth, signifies the ego, the arrogant, self-centered nature that believes itself to be the highest authority. In the Gnostic narrative, Yaldabaoth is born of Sophia without the father's consent, creating a disordered being with counterfeit authority. In his arrogance, he declares, "I am God, and there is no other beside me," revealing his blindness and inflated self-importance. This characteristic of Yaldabaoth finds a parallel in human beings when pride, selfish ambition, and egocentrism take root. It is the false sense of separation from the divine fullness, Pleroma, and others, leading to conflict, alienation, and a hunger for domination. Sakla, fool, ignorance. The second name, Sakla, meaning fool, represents ignorance. This is not mere lack of information, but a profound blindness to the truth of existence, the nature of God, and the spiritual realities beyond the material. Yaldabaoth, as Sakla, does not understand the source from which he came, nor the fullness beyond his domain. He mistakes himself for the ultimate authority, perpetuating ignorance among those trapped in his world. This ignorance is the root of confusion, idolatry, and the acceptance of inferior images of divinity. In the material world, Sakla's ignorance is manifest in false teachings, deception, and spiritual blindness. Samael, blind God, false image of God. The third name, Samael, means blind God. This represents the false image of God that Yaldabaoth projects to humanity. He is blind not only physically, but spiritually, unable to perceive the Pleroma or the true God. Samael's counterfeit image is one of wrath, domination, and jealousy. A tyrannical deity who demands fear and obedience rather than offering true knowledge and liberation. Many in the world mistake this false image for the true God, perpetuating religious systems based on fear, guilt, and control, rather than love, wisdom, and freedom. These three aspects, ego, ignorance, and false image, permeate the material world and human mind because Yaldabaoth is the architect of this order. Recognizing these forces is the first step toward liberation. The Holy Spirit, the Son, and the Father, the antidote to the tripartite. To overcome the influence of Yaldabaoth and his tripartite deception, the Gnostic tradition calls us to reconnect with the Holy Spirit, the Son, and the Father, Sophia, the Logos, and the Monad. These are not merely abstract principles, but living realities that dwell within the Pleroma and can manifest within those seeking gnosis. The Holy Spirit, Sophia, divine wisdom. The Holy Spirit, identified with Sophia, is divine wisdom. It is through Sophia that we cultivate good works, a loving heart, and humility, thereby dissolving the ego, Yaldabaoth. Paul in Galatians speaks of the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. These qualities oppose the arrogance and self-centeredness of Yaldabaoth. Sophia restores harmony between the believer and the divine, making space for true spiritual growth by subduing the ego. The Son, Logos, divine reason. The Son, the Logos, is divine reason and the revealer of mysteries. He unveils the hidden teachings and reveals the true image of God, which stands in opposition to Samael's false projection. As Colossians declares, who is the image of the invisible God, firstborn of all creation? The Logos dispels illusion, dismantles the counterfeit deity's mask, and guides seekers to perceive the true character of the Father, one of love, light, and truth. By embracing the Logos, the distorted images are corrected, and Samael's dominion over perception is broken. The Father, monad, first principle. At the highest level is the Father, the monad, the first principle. It is from the Father that all true gnosis, knowledge, proceeds, and it is through gnosis that ignorance, Sakla, is destroyed. The Apocryphon of John describes the Father. He is an aeon-giving aeon. He is life-giving life. He is a blessedness-giving blessed one. He is knowledge-giving knowledge. The monad is the source of all being. transcending the material and its illusions. Through union with the Father, ignorance is dissolved, and the person awakens from the sleep of ignorance to the full knowledge of the truth. Conclusion. The Tripartite of Yaldabaoth, ego, ignorance, and false image, represents the barriers to divine knowledge and spiritual freedom in this world. These forces keep humanity enslaved in a lesser reality, mistaking the counterfeit for the genuine. Yet through Sophia, Holy Spirit, the Logos, Son, and the Monad Father, these barriers can be overcome. Wisdom humbles the ego, reason reveals the truth, and gnosis dispels ignorance. Together they form a path back to the Pleroma, where fullness, light, and incorruptibility dwell eternally. In understanding and combating the tripartite deception, we reclaim our rightful place as children of the light, destined for restoration and resurrection in the age to come.